it
Okay,
goes.
I'm clicking. It says recording has started.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can start recording.
Okay, I gotta turn my camera on. Settings. How do I? Because I want it to show me in a big screen, not a little screen. Ba-ba-da-ba. Stop using instant replay record highlights to change these settings. Okay, alright. Whatever.
Okay, I think I got this recording. And then I figure if we both record it, if we screw this up or something happens to one, you know what I'm saying? We
Sure.
got options.
Right.
Okay. Sweet. Okay, well I'm officially recording.
Okay, it says mine's recording, so
Okay.
that's fine.
Ed, let's do this. First off, I grabbed the wrong book.
Had the wrong book.
I grabbed the wrong one because I want the magic of the unicorn. Okay, I guess we should start with like a little intro, explain what we're doing.
Yeah, that's
Okay, guys. Well, welcome. It's your boy Erick and Ed.
Yeah!
And we're going to have a lot of fun.
So much fun.
I'm so excited for this. You don't even know. In a world of Russia invading Ukraine and domestic violence between celebrities, we're here to read Choose Your Own Adventure, The Magic of the Unicorn.
Oh, man.
Right there.
Oh, I'm getting tingly just thinking about it.
Oh, dude, I'm pumped. So Choose Your Own Adventure. For those of the younger generation who don't believe in reading anymore, Choose Your Own Adventure.
In fact, you know what? I think we need to go back farther. For those of the younger generation who've never seen a physical copy of a book, this is what it looks like.
Before Kindles.
Before Kindles, laptops, Google Chromes, iPads.
Sorry. Some of you might be too young to know what a Kindle was. That was Barnes and Noble special, where it was just a tablet for books.
So some of you might not even know what Barnes and Noble is. It was a store that just had books, but
and Noble Barnes.
Very noble. I met him once. He was a great guy.
Oh shoot! So Choose Your Own Adventure. It was like this weird. I feel like a hybrid video game book. You know what I'm saying? Like for those of you familiar with video games, like Heavy Rain, where you get to choose your own kind of outcome, the Telltale series games, or Detroit Becoming Human, all excellent games. Where you kind of pick your own.
Even Infamous, right? That
I loved Infamous. Yeah. Fable. Mm-hmm. If no one here has played Fable, you guys Fable. Yep. You're welcome.
That's a really good point, Eric. I know I'm kind of going off here, but because that was such a big craze in video games, right? Was that your choices affect the game, and really, it started with these Choose Your Own Adventure books. Absolutely.
Right. It probably did. Like this was like my first experience to being like, you get to pick how that story goes out. So that's what we're gonna do. Before we dive in, I just want to show you guys the cover. Look at that tree.
Wow.
Like, and there's this. Now I think that little dragon iguana thing is trying to save that child from the tree.
Wait, a dragon iguana? Where's?
Right there.
Oh, okay, because it just has a red dot like a sniper was going to shoot the tree in his pine nuts.
Yeah, I do not know where that red dot is coming from. SWAT is outside my windows.
Oh, right, that's fair.
Yeah. So please no one swat me. But yeah, anyways, look how angry that tree. Like that tree doesn't even look angry. It looks like he's hungry for that child and or unicorn.
Oh, I think he looks more. How do I say this politically correct? frustrated. I think. I think he's...
Holy shit! It's not scout camp, Ed.
No, we can't bring up scout camp every time we do a video.
Oh my! I shouldn't. I'm sorry. That was
frustrated. Let me finish. Frustrated that he is bound to the physical earth and can experience life as these beings that have blood, who can travel, find new things, and that's I'm going to try to make that not as creepy as I first said it.
Okay, yeah, and to be fair, he could have a root disease. That's just incredibly painful.
Fair.
Plants feel pain too.
They are absolutely a life form. They are.
When you think about it, the only ethical diet is not to eat. Please eat your food, people. Vegans, I respect you.
Yes, please eat your food.
Yeah. So, like, to give you guys a heads up, as we read through this, we might just commentate on what's going on, right, and just stop reading. So, Ed, feel free to interrupt.
Okay, and by might, it's guaranteed. That's what we're known for. We're gonna let our ADHD monsters out and just let them play. And so, buckle up, as they say, if you're in a school bus. But that's a bad analogy because school buses don't have seatbelts, which doesn't make sense because you always, as a kid, are told to wear seatbelts unless there's 100 of you in one vehicle.
Right, that the subliminal messages of public education. Your life doesn't matter. I was just gonna say that's my ADHD monster. It's the tree.
Nice. Okay, I like it. Let's dive into this.
In the future, we'll both have books and can take turns reading, which I think will be more enjoyable, especially with our good friend Ed here. But we'll get going. So we get here, the magic of the unicorn, and this beautiful black and white picture.
Wow. How is the unicorn's hair sticking out like that?
It's probably wind, you dumbass. Just kidding. That was rude. Oh.
Then why isn't its tail sticking up like that? Why is it just the mane?
Matt Towel's kind of flowing in the same direction.
Oh, see, I didn't get a good look at it. I was just trying to...
Yeah, right there.
Okay, so wind. Yeah. Unicorns apparently love wind.
Oh, and for those of you that are interested, this was written by Deborah Lermay Goodman. So
all credit goes to her.
Off Amazon. Go ahead, check it out, buy it, support it. And if you haven't figured it out, we're definitely going to have spoiler alerts. There's going to be spoilers in here. So if you're waiting for the movie to come out, don't watch. Don't watch this.
Don't even think about it.
Yeah, or if you wanted to read it.
Don't watch this. If you wanted to read an obscure Choose Your Own Adventure group, what am I talking about?
If you don't want brain damage,
you probably shouldn't watch this.
Don't watch this.
Can that be our new catchphrase, how we start every video? If you don't want brain damage, you probably shouldn't watch this.
Oh, gosh. Okay, check this out. Beware and warning.
Oh,
right there at the top. It's like the epileptic warnings in video games.
Oh, right. See, back to video games, man. We found the root of this.
Okay. This book is different from other books. You and you alone, except for there's me and Ed, are in charge of what happens in this story. There are dangers, choices, adventures, and consequences.
That's kind of what my mom told me before I went to college.
And I said you like that because you is in all caps.
Oh.
You probably can't see it because of my fat finger. But
there, yeah.
I'm not talking about that. I've lied about a lot of things, ask my bishop, but I would not lie about the capitalization of grammar.
For those of you who may not be from Utah, a bishop is an ecclesiastical leader in the Mormon church. Just wanted to throw that out there. Someone you would confess sins to, like a priest or a pastor.
Haven't been to church in 2 years, so... Bishop, there's a long list of confession.
Bishop, if you're watching this and you don't want brain damage, I would turn it off right now.
Oh, okay. If you don't want brain damage. And don't let me confess my sins.
Yeah, We're going to be broadcasting our sins on the internet.
That's right. Jesus doesn't know you sinned if you don't tell your bishop.
Okay. All right, back to choosing our own adventure.
Sorry. All right. You must use all of your numerous talents and much of your enormous intelligence. The wrong decision could end in disaster, even death.
Oh, whoa! I didn't sign up for this.
We're ending the stream. No one wants to die.
Can that be like the next like B-rate horror movie where like someone finds an old choose your own adventure book when it says beware you might die, but like the book is actually haunted and it will kill you? Like
that is a movie.
Oh.
There's
okay.
Kind of. Like, yeah, it's I think it's called Scary Stories. It's on Netflix. It's based off a book called Scary Stories.
Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of dope. Check it out, guys. All right, back to it. But don't despair. At any time, you can go back and make another choice. Alter the path of your story and change its results.
So they have a phoenix down and a save point is what it's saying.
That's right. You don't have to pay that child support. You can go back, change your story, and change its results.
Okay. Yeah. You don't have to.
Just kidding. It doesn't work like that, guys. You got to pay child support, or else we'll garnish your wages.
Yeah, they will. Hardcore.
And morally, you probably just should help take care of your kids in general.
Can I know we haven't even got through the first like paragraph of this, but can I share a quick story about child support?
Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes.
Because
this is what you've tuned in, people.
This is why you've tuned in, is for stories with Ed and Eric. So I've known Eric now for about 12 years actually. Jeez, that's a long time. And so we were roommates at college, and then we ran into each other again when we moved to a new, bigger college, and we've been friends just the whole time, worked together. And Eric told me about a time he went to, I want to say, like, Arby's, and Eric is, like, ordering, the guy's like, what do you want? And Eric's a very good actor, by the way. He loves messing with people, and so he just... he just puts on this face, right, talking to this Arby's guy, and he's like, man, what would you do? If you had your last $20, would you spend it on an Arby's meal or your child support that's due? He put this moral question to some poor guy working at an Arby's, and the Arby's worker just said, you know, man, wow, I'd really probably get the roast beef and cheddar. There you have it.
I forgot about that.
Don't talk to Arby's workers about ethical decisions, I guess. I mean,
and you know what? Way to be loyal to the company, Arby's, man.
That's a good point. He should have got.
Way to be loyal.
Should have got a bonus for that.
Oh, I also want to give a shout out to my friend Des, who is planning on joining us in the future, but she got a lot of stuff going on right now. And this was kind of last minute surprise, and she hasn't messaged me back on Facebook, so. I mean, I didn't message her. I was like, yo, we're recording tonight, but she hasn't seen my last few messages, so I'm assuming she's busy. Des, don't hate me.
Okay, I was confused. I was like, I don't think you understand how a shout out works. It's when someone is listening to what you're saying, and you want to validate and make them aware, and then you're like, for the future, shout out, future, which is cool. I didn't know we had time travel in the book yet.
I have time travel in real life.
I believe it. You don't age.
I don't. For those of you wondering, I don't age because I am half Asian.
This is true. Like, when we knew each other, we both had hair. I'm now completely bald, and I have gray beard. Eric hasn't changed in 12 years.
Yes, but I do have a lot of trauma and PTSD, so... That's my mental health has gone worse. That has changed.
You know, it is Mental Health Awareness Month. I'm glad you brought that up. More on that later.
Anyways, we're back to it. Reach out to people if you need help, guys.
Absolutely, 100%.
Yep. No shame. So, the only water supply for your small forest... Sorry, let me say that again. I put a period where there's no period.
Okay.
The only water supply for your small forest village has become polluted beyond repair. Your wise friend, Marie Claire, sends you off with a magical talisman in hopes that you'll be able to save your village from demise. Can you solve the town riddle and find the sorceress Even if you find her, will she be able to purify the well? Does a unicorn reside in the forest?
Okay,
I love how random that was.
That was the best setup ever. I mean,
like you're looking for this like magic plumber lady to fix the water, and then out of nowhere, it's like, does a unicorn reside in the forest?
yeah, so now we're looking for a magic plumber. Can we please refer to all witches now as magic plumbers?
Yeah, only if they purify waters.
Just to purify water, because I wanted to be like, guys, have you not heard of fluoride? I mean, it's an easy fix for your village. Come on now.
You can buy purifying tablets on Amazon.
Yeah, or you can boil it.
Right, or get a life straw. Just drink it through the filter.
There you go.
What I'm saying.
Here we go.
Okay. Oh, its horn is said to fix even the worst ailments, but is it too late to save it? A fire-breathing dragon. Okay, which that
was the dragon?
It's a sad dragon.
Oh.
An angry warlock and a devilish duchess all stand in your path.
Oh.
Take a different path. You must muster all of your bravery, quick thinking, and creativity to weave a magical route to safety for your village and yourself!
Oh.
Exclamation point.
I like that it talked about mustard.
Okay, me too. We got a picture right here. There's a well. And people are doing what you do at a well. Kind of looking at it. Maybe looking at someone they threw down there.
Probably. They probably just, because back then, I mean, judging by the pictures of this book, and instead of plumbers, how they have magical witches, technology was different. And so they probably had to measure how much water was left in the well and drop little Timmy down.
And you counted the seconds before Timmy hit it.
Yep. You counted the scream. Mm-hmm.
And if Timmy was silent and didn't respond, you knew it was super deep.
And if he yelled back at you, he was a witch, because it means he's floating in the well. So.
Yep, so you just drop gasoline down that well, light it on fire.
Wow! That is the right thing to do. So the moral of the story is, don't be named Timmy in fantasy books. That's the moral of that.
Yeah, don't choose to be a witch, people.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. And just, listen, I know I got some people that be witches and are my friends, and I just love you guys. I don't really think you should all be burnt with flames and fire and drop down wells.
That's fair. I had a manager once that was a witch. She was cool.
Yeah, it's a bona fide thing. Mm-hmm. Okay, so page 1. We're 30 minutes into it. We're page 1, guys.
All right.
The summer of 1507 is exceptionally dry throughout Flanders. Fires scorch the forest, crops wither, and animals collapse from thirst.
Oh, jeez.
Nowhere is the drought as severe as in your own small village.
Oh,
Just
man.
last week, when you went to check the dwindling water supply, you discovered a dead rat floating in the well, upon which everyone depended. Which, okay, we found the poison source.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Boil your water now, you'll be fine.
Jeez, I hate it when that happens. How many times I've been like, oh, gotta check the water, dead rat.
Every day.
Ugh.
Since
What was this rat's name, huh? Who do you work for? Mafia? Was he a
That's
narc?
the tragedy. No one knew. No one knew. Probably a narc.
Probably
snitches get stitches.
And end up in wells. What?
Mm-hmm. Well, there was no ditches, so.
Oh, right, back then. Because there was no water, like we said. Yep, okay, sorry.
Yep. Since the water has been foul and tainted, the barrels of rainwater are nearly empty, and all attempts to dig a new well have yielded nothing but dry earth. One morning, after weeding the field you inherited when your parents died 10 years ago, you pay what a random fact.
Just throw that in there.
Yeah. The weeds are doing just fine. They're getting enough water, guys.
The weeds still have their parents, but you don't have yours.
Oh.
I don't know why they threw that in there. Like, it was out of nowhere. You inherited from your dead parents. Wow, okay.
Yeah, for real.
Mm-hmm.
You pay a visit to Marie Claire. I'm going to call her Marie Calendar from now on.
Please
you pay
do.
a visit to Marie Calendar. She's the oldest person in the village and one of your special friends.
Okay, it does not say special friends.
It does. It does.
Um,
I'm assuming this is Marie Claire. She's pretty dope. She got a cat. She's got a dog.
What's up, Marie Calendar? Let's see that pie.
Some people say this might be the last summer any of us lives to see.
Oh my.
You tell. Oh, sorry. I told her that sadly.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't see the quotation marks. Let me try that again. Some people say this is the last summer any of us live to see. You tell her sadly. None of the other villages around has enough water to share with us, and it's hopeless to keep trying to dig a new well. I wish there was something I could do about it. Marie Claire looks up from her knitting. You could try to lure a unicorn to the well. Why? The touch of its horn purifies even poison. Or just water from a dead rat. So does boiling water, but the unicorn will give you character development.
But if these villagers were smart, all they would have to do is take off the top layer of water. Boom. Water underneath it is safe.
Grab your scalpels and scalp that water. Alright, I'm sorry, people. Thanks for hanging in. But Marie Calendar, you exclaim. Around here, unicorns are rarer even than... Damn it. I'm gonna try that again. But Marie Calendar, you exclaim. Around here, unicorns are rarer than water. I bet it would be easier to find a sorceress than a unicorn.
Oh, that's how that comes together.
That's a good idea, she replies. I'm sure the sorceress knows all about unicorns. Why don't you look for her? But no one has seen her in years. You remind Marie Calendar. The last person who tried to find her never returned.
Oh.
But you are 10 times smarter than anyone who has ever searched for the sorceress. If anyone can find her, it is you. Although you feel flattered, you're not sure you're really clever enough, or how you feel about her sending you off to what seems to be a deadly mission. I added that part.
Oh, okay, because I'm like, she's supposed to be your special friend, but yet she's like, find a sorceress and a unicorn.
Marie Calendar, get off the crack.
Right, Marie Calendar, get back in the... Okay, that sounds super sexist. But I was going to say get back in the kitchen, making your pies, but that's what Marie Calendar does.
In my mind, I thought you were going to say, get back in the game. EA Sports.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
It's in the game. Well, I'll give it a try. I wonder if I still remember that riddle describing the way to the sorceress. Is this right? You take a deep breath and recite. Near a land reserved for woe, in a place that's high but low. Watch which way the bat doth go. Find me there and I will know. Perfect, says Marie Calendar, as she hands you a glass pendant shaped like a raindrop. Put it on my good luck talisman. Use it as you'll need it, my friend. You say goodbye to Marie Calendar, then roam the patch fields. After pondering the riddle, you think of 2 places reserved for woe. The sorceress could mean the village graveyard, or the small camp outside the village where 2 men who suffer from leprosy live in gloomy isolation. Here is her magic talisman. It's just like a little teardrop.
Teardrop vial, she said?
Was
it a vial?
No, it's just a glass pendant shaped like a raindrop.
Pendant. Oh, okay. Because for a second I thought you said there was a vial, like a teardrop thing, and I was going to be like, geez, I didn't know Marie Calendar was in essential oils. This is really just a marketing scheme here to get him to sell her product.
This is Avon calling.
This is Avon. Avon wants to go to the lepers, and oh boy, this is quite the story.
So we have our first choice here.
Okay.
If you decide to go to the leper camp, turn to page 8.
Ooh.
Or if you head for the graveyard, turn to page 12.
Oh man, so a place of woe, follow the bat wherever it goes, something. So somehow, in my mind, following the bat, we gotta go to the place that's most like Gotham and find Bruce Wayne. That's what following the bat means in my brain. So is this...
And like, let's be real here. She said that no one had seen that sorceress in like years, right?
True.
Years.
True.
How long have these people had leprosy for?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the average... Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know the history of this leprosy camp, but when it says near a land reserved for woe, I feel like that's a graveyard, in my mind.
Oh, and totally Bruce Wayne spends a lot of time in the graveyard because his parents died.
Batman!
Batman!
Okay.
Following Batman.
Page 12. You're dead. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Oh, great.
Got hit by a wild ox. Oh, damn.
Good thing I got my essential oils. Just sniff one of those and it'll grow back my liver. I got crushed.
My liver's been healed by lavender scent.
Yes, I've known many essential oil people in my time. You're lovely people. I just wanted to throw it out there.
Yeah, me too. But like, someone let us know if you're making the good money off multi-level marketing. Let us know. I feel like, oh gosh, I want to be super kind about how I say this. Because I feel like I know so many multi-level marketers that are like, I started my own business. I sell Avalon.
And I'm like,
I don't think you started your own business. I think you are a sales representative because you did not event that product. Mm-hmm. Now, if you were like, I made my own essential oils. Me in my backyard with oils that are essential.
And essential oil, 5W30.
You're doing it. You're doing it. You're so WD-40 as an essential oil.
Oh my gosh. I want to do a skit now of that. Like a TikTok or something. Like someone's like being a freaking essential oil and they're like sniffing it. What is that? That's 5W30, man. It's very essential. If you want your car to run.
I also got a heavier weight if you need it. Like, I got wintertime oil. I got summertime oil. I got crude oil.
I got oil for small machines. I got that 10W30.
If it's good enough for my car, it's good enough for you. You know?
If you have a cough or shingles, sniff this 5W30. You'll forget about it. Okay, I should probably put a disclaimer out there. I'm not endorsing huffing engine oil.
Yeah, listen, and we have to say these disclaimers because kids eat Tide Pods.
Oh my gosh.
Or remember when there was the what was that thing, that pandemic, and so people would lick toilet bowl lids as a challenge?
Yeah! What is wrong with people? How hasn't... What's that thing called?
Know.
What is that? My wife told me this once. It's that part of evolution that, like, gets rid of all the dumb creatures.
COVID.
Natural selection. That's what it was.
Oh.
One time my wife was like, how has natural selection not killed you off a long time ago?
Yeah, I don't know.
Am I using that right? Is it natural selection? I don't know.
I don't know. We're not scientists. People.
No. We're actually very broken social workers. But anyways.
Let's see. Okay, page 12. Even though the path to the graveyard is all downhill, you are hot and thirsty by the time you arrive there. You sit in the shade of a drooping tree to cool off. As you watch patched leaves float to the dusty ground, you consider the next line of the riddle. In a place that's high, but low. What can be both high and low? Looking around, you notice the rolling slopes of the hills along the far side of the graveyard. They seem to be both high and low.
Oh!
Then the church bell rings, striking noon.
Oh!
Turning, you realize the steeple of the church also fits the riddle. The church itself is in a low valley, but the steeple towers are high above the village.
I feel like they're reaching here. By that logic, everything is high and low. I'm high and low. My toes are low to the ground, but my head is high.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I could just tell this character, like, bro, you're overthinking this shit. Can we...
Okay, so confession, whenever I would read these books as a kid, I would cheat. So, like, where I'm questioning right now, I would, like, read the first page of, like, the other choice to see which one felt like it was going in a better place. But probably shouldn't do that. Where would bats be? Would bats be in a hill or in a steeple?
They would be in a steeple.
All right.
That is some great deductive reasoning. Also, I want to apologize if there's anyone young listening to this. If I say a bad word and your mom walks in and wants to know why are you listening to this gentleman swearing, or maybe perhaps you say it and she goes, where did you learn that word? I want you to say from Dad. I want you just to respond, Dad taught me that. Or if she walks in and she's like, what are you watching where they're swearing? Just say, I'm trying to learn how to be like Dad.
That's fair. That's fair.
It gives her a different dilemma. It takes the distraction away from what you're watching and puts it on Dad.
Yeah.
Which I think is...
Which is also great. A very great... Triangulation is a wonderful skill to learn at a young age against your parents. It's just wonderful.
It's perfect. Okay, so we're going to the church.
All right. Let's find Bruce.
Okay.
And for those of you, if anyone else is wondering, like me, what I'm holding, because I wasn't aware of it, it is a drumstick that is engraved with the word cowabunga with a K. Just so everyone knows.
I like how you go, I wasn't aware of it. Like, that's the real struggle of ADHD. You just end up with stuff in your hand, and you're like, oh, dang it.
Drumsticks come in pairs. Who'd have thought?
Okay. When you go inside the church, Brother Michael looks up from the candelabrum.
Can it be Brother Michelangelo because I said cowabunga, like the Ninja Turtle?
Yep, we're going to call him Michelangelo now.
Okay.
He looks up from the candelabrum that he is polishing. I was just wishing for some company. What are you up to, my friend? I'm looking for the sorceress.
Because we all know how well black magic and the church goes together.
Brother Michael's like, okay.
He's like, aren't we all looking for that sorceress in our lives?
Somewhere. You explain your interpretation of the riddle. Brother Michael strokes his chin. I don't believe anyone has ever considered the graveyard or a steeple when figuring out that riddle.
Wow, how dumb is this village? If no one's ever figured that out.
It's 1507, okay? Like,
okay.
I'm surprised they can even read the riddle. Like, how?
Well, I'm sure it was an oral tradition passed down at that time. I mean, the interesting facts about history and just kidding. I was gonna go off on a big rant and try to be smarter than I am, but I'm not.
Yeah. I like the oral tradition. Like, for whatever reasons, people are like, hey, just in case we need that sorceress, here's the riddle.
And it rhymes, so it must be true.
To heart.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine parents just being like, yo, Stephanie, read that riddle back to me. I need to know you got it by heart. Yeah, Dad. Yeah. Bats and highs and lows, and somewhere there you'll find the hoe. No!
Oh, sorceress! Sorceress, not hoe. Sorceress. Jeez.
Oh, gosh.
I love this. All right. So apparently no one's thought that if you're looking for, a bat, that you would check a steeple.
Everyone just goes to those poor leopards.
They're getting really kind of sick of it, really. They're kind of like, guys, we're... At this point, try something else.
My skin's falling off. Please leave me alone.
Please leave me alone. All right,
okay. Yeah.
So,
the next line of the riddle says, to watch which way the bat goes, you tell him. Have you ever seen bats here? Plenty, he exclaims. At night, they fly around the steeple, and I've heard them down in the cellar too. Actually, although I never actually go there. I didn't know there was a cellar under the church. Oh, there's a crawl space there, but it's too small to be very useful, says Brother Michelangelo.
Oh, hell no. Hell no. We've all seen enough movies. Hell no, man.
No, right. We've all seen enough movies. Brother Michelangelo, I need your swords.
Brother Michelangelo. I've seen plenty of bats, but yet no one's ever thought that the riddle would bring them here. But you know what?
At the end, all these people are just like, what are these bats? Wuhan. We're going to Wuhan, guys. We're going.
Oh, so glad you went to Wuhan. Oh my gosh. Oh, but to say that you hear bats in the basement and there's a tiny crawl space? Nah. Nay.
I hear tiny crawl space in a church. I'm like, nope.
Nope.
Especially if, like, the priest is like, yeah, it freaks me out. And this is, like, holy ground.
This is holy ground. I hear these scratching and growls at night, but I don't go down there. No way.
I just stay right here in the chapel.
I have a feeling we might have chose the adventure where we die really quick. Let's find out.
Okay. Not only that. Okay, let me start from here. Oh, there's a cross space there, too, but it's too small to be useful, says Brother Michelangelo. Not only that. It's infested with spiders that no one dares set foot in. It would be a clever place for the sorceress to hide if I had the courage to look. Jeez. The sorceress is in like this little closet.
This whole time.
Church.
This whole time. And no one can find her.
And she's just. Me and my spiders are enjoying our ramen noodles and spam. I like to mix it in there and put a fried egg and some sriracha, and my spiders enjoy that.
Yes. No one will ever find me here. These damn bats keep getting in the way, though.
We love the voices of the choir. I'm just too shy to say hi to the father. But you found me underneath.
Oh.
I just imagine this little, like, Harry Potter closet. Like, that's... So, the priest must be a good guy. Like, we don't even know how old this character is.
Right, but all we know is that there could potentially be a sorceress that could save the village living underneath his floorboards this whole time, but he just hasn't had the courage to say hello. You know?
Right.
But he's going to let him keep living there. He's not going to touch it, mess with it, because they're spiders.
All right. You are tempted to go investigate the cellar, even though you don't like the idea of running into a web full of spiders. You also remind yourself that the riddle mentions a place that's high but low, and the cellar doesn't fit that description as well as the steeple does.
Oh.
If you want to explore the steeple, turn to page 10. If you think the cellar is a better choice, turn to page 19.
I think, man, if you go to that cellar, we're going to be eaten by a demon. I mean, absolutely. In all cultures, across all anime, if there's freaky noises in the basement of a church, a demon is waiting to eat your soul.
You know, I want to know if there's ever been any missing persons, which I think there has been.
Oh, yeah. Well, the sorceress.
Yeah, because if there's missing persons, I imagine you go to the cellar, you just hear the door shut, and the Michelangelo goes, "It's time for you to meet your parents." And you're like, oh!
And then you look around, and you see two skeletons holding hands, and it's your dead parents!
Or,
oh,
from behind Michelangelo, your parents just emerge, and they go, "Son! Or daughter! We've missed you all these years. We had to hide. We didn't pay taxes to the king, and so the IRS was out to imprison us in poor camps, and we didn't want to be associated with the poor.
And
So
this
Michelangelo.
good Michelangelo let us hide in this conveniently cellar that no one looks in.
Oh, the sorceress is there. Hello, sorceress.
She too is a tax dodger.
I brought you ramen noodles.
For if I was thinking about this logically, because it says pay attention to where the bats go. He doesn't say he's seen the bats in the cellar. He says he hears them. So I still think the steeple's our best choice to actually see the bats and where they fly to.
Well, yeah, let's reread that. Let's see. Have you ever seen any bats? Plenty. At night, they fly around the steeple. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Let's go to the steeple.
Yeah.
Pay attention to where the cat. Yeah,
I legit just had a tiny little chill go down my soul thinking about what's in that cellar of this church. Oh.
Yeah, I did do that. So it's bad news, people. Okay. Will you help me climb up to the steeple? You asked Brother Michelangelo. I'll hoist you onto the rafter. But after that, you're on your own, he said. I'm afraid to climb that high. Brother Michael lifts you over his head toward the rafter. You grab the beam. After a few seconds of scrambling, you're right. You grab the beam, and after a few seconds of scrambling, you right yourself safely on the rafter. Okay. What are you going to do next? Calls Brother Michelangelo.
He's just watching you struggle. That's fine. What are you going to do next, man? That was a good trick. Do another one.
Yeah, what a chill, father. You're just like, hey, can I explore your church? Go home, kid. There ain't no sorceress here. I would know. Okay? I've been blessing everything here since 1460. Get out.
Get out. And what's the point of the title of the book being about a unicorn, but we're looking for a sorceress? Where does the unicorn come in?
Because the unicorn horn can cure the water.
Right, but it didn't say anything about search for the unicorn just yet, and so maybe the sorceress leads us to the unicorn.
Yeah, because we're looking for the sorceress who might know where the unicorn is. Remember?
Oh, okay, that's the path.
Yeah.
This way. Okay.
You look around. You see that rope dangling from the church bell. Would you please move me closer so I can grab a hold of it and climb all the way to the top of the steeple? He takes hold of the bottom of the rope and carries it towards you. I can't bring it any closer, he says. I'll have to take a leap. Let's hope I can grab that rope. You tell him.
Wow. And
with more confidence than you actually feel. Here goes.
Oh my god.
See, and this would be a great, I feel option for a choice. Do you take this crazy ass risk by jumping towards the rope? Or do you decide to go back down to the cellar?
Right? Why isn't that a choice?
No, I'm gonna because let me tell you, this person probably has the arm strength. Okay, they're working out in the fields during a drought, pulling weeds.
Absolutely,
it is 1507. This person's probably strong, but also
100%.
It's really hard to climb up a rope.
It is. I've never been able to do it because I've always been a card-carrying member of the Fat Kid Club.
He is a member.
I've
seen the card.
I've
seen the card. I was just saying that you're no liar. You're no.
Thank you, Eric. Anyway, we're in the middle of this suspenseful thing. We're jumping through the air, and
we are a female.
Oh, this whole time. I believe this book was real until that, because in that time, the 1400s, females were not allowed to be landowners, even if your parents died. Nope.
Look, can we get a look at the priest's face there? Let's see. He's just what have I done? Because look, we're pretty young. We're literally maybe.
Okay.
What 15?
15. That means our parents died. Said 10 years ago. So at 5 years old, we started farming.
Yeah, listen, I am not an adult, and this
Wow.
priest is like, in retrospect, if I didn't think this was safe for me, it's probably. And what the hell is that ladder supporting itself on?
It's like in the middle of the air. But I was also going to say, the priest could be like, in retrospect, this ladder actually reaches all the way to the rope. I shouldn't have made them jump.
It does. Where was she jumping from? Like, look, it's that. Oh my.
Love it. Love it. I love
Love
this
it.
story so much.
Deborah Learman Goodman, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Let's see, who are these illustrations by? Illustrated by Susan Nugent.
Nugent? Like Ted Nugent?
Nugent.
Cool.
We would just like to thank you.
Yep. 100%.
This is great. This is great. You hurl your body toward the rope and miraculously manage to grab it tightly. I would have loved if we died there.
I really thought we were going to. Uh-huh.
Michelangelo was just like, oh.
To the cellar with you!
Yeah, so this kid comes up and was like, hey, can I jump on this bell? And I thought I let her, and I'm sorry.
Michelangelo's like, look, I tried to tell her, no, the ladder reaches. The ladder reaches, don't jump. But she insisted. She insisted.
But you know what? This pie is delicious. Thank you, Marie Callender.
Aw, thanks, Marie.
You hurl your body toward the rope and miraculously manage to grab it tightly. As you sway from side to side, the clanging of the bell is almost deafening. Oh no! Wails brother Michelangelo. Now the whole village will come running to find out why the bell's ringing. Just wait till they see I've allowed you to climb all over the church.
Now he's worried? Because he's got
So he is having that, concern.
So now, I mean, how clergy is that? Now that he's concerned he got caught doing everything's with a minor.
Oh.
Okay, that came out way worse than it should have.
Oh boy, we might
have to edit that.
We might cut that shit out. Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm ready.
On a scale of 1 to clergy, I would say, probably like, I don't know.
Scale of 1 to clergy. What are you measuring?
Yeah, I don't. It's a great question, actually. I don't know. I was trying to think of clergy members' names, but I couldn't. I'm gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna say what's gonna come to mind. I'm not. Gonna
All
say
right,
it.
that's fair. Let's find out if we live.
Okay, you pay no attention. A trapdoor by the base of the bell has swung open, releasing a frightened bat. It flutters anxiously around you, then swoops out the window. What's behind the door up there, you ask, Brother Michael. I had no idea it was there, he replies. Then, the next line of the riddle. Watch which way the bat does go. Springs into your mind. You think you should probably follow the bat out the window, but you're very curious about the trap door.
No, don't be stupid. Oh.
It said just watch which way the bath doth go. It didn't say go where the bath doth go. Just watch.
But I think they say, well, okay, but you know where my mind went? Is how is this bat surviving in a trap door? Like, who is just like, feeding it, taking care of it, waiting for someone to yank on the rope to then, goodbye, bat.
It's probably the Wuhan lab behind that door.
Oh, it probably is! Dude! So does that mean down there you're going to find, who did they say was in charge of that lab? Bill Gates? Is that who's really in the cellar? Is that what's going on?
Dr. Fauci.
Dr. Fauci. Oh gosh, we live in an interesting time, folks. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
I vote we follow the frickin' bat. That's the whole point.
I actually was gonna say, because I envisioned that we were going to jump out the window.
Sweet.
But, it just says, if you begin climbing down to follow the bat. So I was like, okay. Yeah, I can climb down.
Okay, got ya. We're not like trying to fly like the bat and jump out a window.
Right. Because that would have been terrifying.
Twice.
Could you tell me where the bat went? You ask Brother Michelangelo as you climb down. He dashes out and hurries back. It's sitting on the ledge outside that window. You swing the rope toward the rafter and jump onto the beam. The
Oh.
bell clangs crazily. I'll distract the villagers so they don't scare the bat away, Brother Michelangelo tells you. Why is Michael... here's the thing that's going through my mind right now.
Uh-huh.
Was the sorceress ever real? Like, have any of these villagers seen the sorceress, right?
You're right.
Obviously, they must think she's real because people have looked for her, but, like, people go looking for Bigfoot.
That's a good point.
Why is Brother Michael so passionate about this?
Yeah. Is he really the sorcerer disguised as a parish member?
I don't know. Someone needs to, like, internet crimes against children. You need to check out Brother Michelangelo. He's kind of sketch to me.
Why do you think internet crimes against children is going to be listening to this? What? I guess I didn't make a clergy joke. That was inappropriate.
Yep.
There's the connection.
Why do you think internet crime? Because they need a break from their job too, Ed.
Oh, I can't imagine that job. No, thank you.
Oh, gosh. I would love that job. I'd rock that job. I think it'd be a blast. Like, don't get me wrong. It'd be terrible, but you know what'd be great? Knocking down that door and being like, I'm little Susie. I'm hot Susie 69. I'm here to take you to jail.
That's fair.
You don't look like a 13-year-old girl.
You don't even sound like one.
I'm obviously a cop.
That would be very rewarding. That would be a good job. So if any of you have Crimes Against Women Task Force do ever listen to this, thank you for what you do. I sincerely mean that.
Yeah, no, like, the guys, like, so they look at horrible images all day long, right? Horrible images. And through those images, they look for details in the background so they can figure out where these kids are and go in and save them.
Yep.
Like, that is such an emotionally taxing job that, nothing but mad respect for anyone who does any kind of service, and not necessarily even just like that. Like, I think a lot of jobs where you're serving people are often the hardest industries to be in.
100%. Like that poor Arby's guy that you asked that ethical dilemma question to, child support or the beef and cheddar. I mean, but he came out on top. He put the company first.
Beef and cheddar sounds delicious right now.
It actually really does.
Yeah. Gosh.
Okay, so he's gonna distract the villagers because they're running to be like, oh, why is the church bell ringing?
All right. Yeah. Okay. You thank him. I'm going to lower myself onto the windowsill, then go on to the ledge, you say. Taking a deep breath, you step through the window onto the narrow wooden ledge. Well, this is not what was described in my choice.
Yeah, I said said climb down the rope.
Yeah, I feel lied to.
Okay.
I don't want to call Deborah Limmer Goodman a liar, but I'm definitely not calling you a truther.
Yeah, when you made me talk to her editor, this is oof.
Terrible.
Oh, there's a kitty in your background. Sorry, focused. I am focused.
Another. The sun's.
There's two kitties. Whoa.
Yeah.
One was hiding behind your head. You only see it when you occasionally move.
Oh yeah, that's my boy Ivan.
Sup, Ivan?
What was his name before?
No way, that's one of the cats you adopted from us?
Yeah, man.
That was Hot Dog?
Hot Dog!
Holy crap, he's so big! Just for the background behind that cat, my 3-year-old son named the kittens, and that one was Hot Dog. The other names were Fork and Yogurt. So
yep, I got Link.
That's right, and Link on the next batch. So, okay, onto the ledge.
All right, we're onto the ledge now. The sun-scorched wood feels hot on your bare feet. You flatten your back against the building and try to control the dizziness that threatens to overwhelm you. The bat cocks its head at you expectantly, then flutters further along the ledge. You are terrified to take another step. You squeeze your eyes shut, consciousness only of the blood pounding in... Oh, sorry, I said consciousness. You squeeze your eyes shut, conscious only of the blood pounding in your ears. Like, you're just hearing that heartbeat.
Definitely gone into fight or flight mode.
You finally force yourself to open your eyes. The bat is still waiting. As you edge forward to it, an enormous splinter pierces your foot. Unbearable pain pulses up your leg, filling your entire body. Your leg jerks into the air, and your arms fly out in a desperate attempt to steady yourself. But there's nothing to grab. You scream with horror as you plummet to the ground. Ah, horror. When you regain consciousness, a crowd of villagers is gathered around you. You're alive! Thank heaven! Oh, you're alive! Thank heaven! Cries Murray Calendar. Yes, but you've broken both your legs, says Brother Michael.
What?
You know your search for the sorceress is over. The end.
Dead serious? That's how it ended? Was we got a splinter and we broke both our legs?
Because we fell down the window. We didn't climb down like it told us we were.
Because I felt like that was a red herring then. Because like it was like the bat was trained. It waited for us. It was going to show us the way.
I'm still pissed that the red herring is we're climbing down. Like, had I known, if it said, follow the bat through the window ledge. I'm like, no. Let's check out the trapdoor.
Or how come all of a sudden we were barefooted? That would have been a nice detail to know at the beginning of the story. It was all like, It's hot on your bare feet. Why do we have bare feet? What? And then all of a sudden there's a splinter.
Right. Like, I guess, I mean, did they wear shoes in 1507?
I would think so. I mean, I could Google it, but I don't know.
Google it. Let's see.
Yeah. When was the shoe invented?
Did they wear shoes in the medieval times? I don't know. Before internet, did they wear shoes? Before high-speed internet.
All right, and go Google. 14th century plain-toed shoes found in London were found only in men's sizes, but 15th century art shows them being worn by both men and women, with the toes of men's shoes being the most extravagantly long.
Okay, so yeah, she probably can't afford shoes. So this is what I said. I said we go back and we check out that trapdoor because I feel lied to.
Yeah,
I feel so lied to. You know what, Deborah Lemmy Goodman? I'm calling you a liar. No one climbed down. I'm just kidding. She could be a really sweet lady, and I feel bad.
She's writing kids' books. Let's go check out Michelangelo's trapdoor.
73.
See, but I remember though these Choose Your Own Adventure books. They just end suddenly like that, like out of nowhere.
It's the most frustrating thing. Mm-hmm. Like there's no kind of like logic or strategy you can use to try to stay alive,
right?
Except for time travel.
Ooh, which we discussed. Which we're kind of doing right now. 04000 rip.
Wow. All right. Brother Michael, I'm going through the trap door.
Oh, yeah, let's find that out.
Well, I'm going to see what's behind the trap door. You tell Brother Michelangelo. I'll keep the villagers outside so they don't distract you, he calls to you. Be careful. The bell rings loudly as you climb up the rope. At the top, you crawl through the opening into a small, dark compartment. The tiny room is empty, save for a large goblet brimming with a clear, colorless liquid.
What?
Hesitantly, you take a sip. Why?
That's what I do.
Why?
When I find goblets in mysterious church buildings that have filled with bat guano, I take a sip.
Every time. When you realize it's fresh, cool water, you take several sizable gulps.
Oh.
You pause for a second and notice the goblet is just as full as when you first discovered it.
Shut up, it's a Horcrux.
Being careful not to drop the glass, you climb down from the steeple. Quite a bit of water spills on the way, but the goblet remains full. You rush outside to show Brother Michelangelo and the entire village gathered with him. Look what I've discovered! You shout. You pass the goblet among the puzzled villagers. They each take a drink and marvel at the endless supply of water. Brother Michael shakes his head with disbelief. My grandmother's great-grandmother told her...
Stop it! Stop it right now, you brother Michelangelo. You knew there was a magic water goblet this whole time.
He's just, whoops. Told her. Well, he hasn't even explored the church outside of the chapel. I'm too scared to go down, and I'm too scared to go high. And told her a saint had blessed our village with a secret treasure, he tells you. All my life, I've tried to figure out what it was, but you found it! Before you know what's happening, you find yourself on the shoulders of your friends and neighbors. The crowd cheers your cleverness and courage as they march toward their parched fields with the magic goblet. The end.
Wow.
We did it.
We did it. We didn't have a sorcerer or a unicorn.
We don't need no magic plumber.
No way. We don't need no magic plumber. We don't need no roto-rooter.
We found a magic goblet. Thank you, Bat.
Thanks, Bruce Wayne. That was nice of you.
We didn't watch which way the bat went. We went which way the bat came from.
And there was a magic... And so they went to their parched fields. Can you imagine how long that would take to just, like, be pouring this cup? Like, to, like, water all your crops. Like, you're just walking up and down.
I know. Well, and, like, what a weird blessing. Can you imagine being that priest? Be like, hey, this golden goblet, dear Lord, baby Jesus. If you could just make this goblet just forever spill out water so my boy here ain't ever thirsty, that'd be dope. Amen.
Much appreciated. You are the refresher of our lives.
And then that person goes, I'm going to put it up here in the steeple.
Yeah, what? That's a good point. I want to know the story behind hiding the miracle from God. Like, what's the point of...
Too many people are drinking water, and I don't like it.
Because there's chloride in the water, and they're putting micro things in our bodies, and they're tracking our every movement.
I'm tired of people asking me if they can make a pool using my goblet. No.
The earth is flat.
Yeah. I'm sick of people being like, what does the water from the goblet taste like? Water.
It tastes like water, guys. It's just literally 2 hydrogen, 1 oxygen.
It don't come out. What's hydrogen and oxygen? It's what...
Oh, that's right. I forget. This village is a village of all the idiots, because where the riddle is about bats, and the whole time no one thought to check where there was bats.
I like how we're talking about hydrogen and oxygen, and you're like, I forget the villages. It's 1507, Ed. They don't know the molecular structure of anything.
Listen, if they have magical goblets that never run out of water, they have some kind of advanced something that we don't have.
Okay, but I mean, that's fair, but does the priest know it works like that? I don't know. Maybe he did. He's just like,
he was a
dear
dummy.
God, bless this flat piece of wood so that the screen lights up and you can touch it and you can surf the web.
Oh, yeah. Surf the web, unlimited water, surfing water. It's the beginning of the internet. That's what that goblin was.
It's the beginning of
Okay, I'm kind of curious. Can we check the scary cellar basement with all the spiders?
Yeah, I got to figure out what page that's on.
Because, I mean, how cool is it that we found a magical artifact, but I'm still kind of wondering why it was called Magical Unicorn.
Okay, I just found this picture, and I had to share it.
Oh, I love picture sharing time.
Look how sketch this dude is. Like, he's just chilling there. But, like like, his facial expression. He's just kind of like, who the hell are you? Don't ask what's in my bags. It's none of your damn business. None of your damn business.
It's definitely not cocaine.
I ain't running no drugs.
This isn't opiates from the Asian continent.
Listen. I gotta get rid of all these magic goblets. Okay, I got unlimited fruit juice. I got unlimited water. I got
what you want?
I got some ginger ale.
Ginger ale. I got some red wine. I got some of that.
I got Red Bull.
It gives you wings, dog. You will feel the blessings of heaven.
You ain't gonna go to sleep tonight. looking for page 4.
I still can't believe we fell and broke both our legs. Not only are we an orphan that inherited a bunch of acreage of a farm that we obviously can't till because we're only like 12, and so now with broken legs, what are we supposed to do?
Well, and I love how, like, that random happy ending. You found a magic goblet that never ends water. You have now introduced a new product in a closed system. There is more water on the earth, and you have destroyed the ecosystem.
Wow, or it could be the birth of capitalism. Instead of using the blessing of God to help others, start selling it. Supply and demand. We're in a drought.
She's like, all right, Farmer John, I know you want this goblet for your farm, but those potatoes look pretty good.
Look pretty good.
You gonna give me some potatoes?
I also like... I
need some shoes. I need some shoes.
I also really like your ass. It's a donkey, Eric. It's a donkey.
Okay. So, let's go to the cellar.
Okay. I'm ready.
I'd like to explore the cellar, you tell Brother Michelangelo. He smiles at you and says, let me get you a lantern, and I will show you the way. He leads you to a far corner of the church.
Okay.
He opens up a heavy trapdoor. There are no stairs. There are no stairs, he explains. Since the space is only about 3 feet high, you'll have to jump down and then crawl. Wish me luck, you say, as you lower yourself through the hole. When your feet reach the ground, Brother Michael hands you a lantern. You get down on your hands and knees. You take a deep breath to calm yourself and adjust the lantern. Only then do you see the spiders. Thousands, maybe millions of them are clustered on dense veils of cobwebs that fill the entire space except for a narrow passageway.
Ew.
Yeah. Brother.
Does it really say thousands, possibly millions?
Right, but I mean, recognize that we are 12 years old.
Yeah, but to go back, as you keep pointing out with all the things that I say that don't make sense because it's the 1400s, I don't think they could count to 1 million in the 1400s. I don't think they knew what that meant.
I mean, I'm sure they have to be able to do some basic counting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like 2 goats, not a million. You've never seen 1 million in your lifetime.
This is like a lot of 2 goats, but in spiders.
But it's a whole bunch of 2 goats. It's all right. I mean, to be real.
You shudder with fear, but force yourself to crawl through the tunnel. The lantern casts eerie shadows of the webs. Spiders scurry under your shins. Strangely enough, you think you hear a faint sound of gurgling water.
What?
Just then, a bat swoops towards you. You flatten yourself on the ground and quickly cover your head with your hands. The bat soars over you, then flies straight through the wall of webs, creating a new tunnel. You shine the light of the lantern into the bat's passageway, but all you can see is blackness. You'd like to follow the bat and see if it leads you to the sorceress, but you also want to find out what's making that gurgling noise. If you continue down the tunnel you are in now, turn to page 39. If you decide to chase the bat, I say we chase the bat again. We're not on a windowsill. We're not on a windowsill.
Right.
Are we in a place that's high and low? I think so. You have the steeple that's high. You also have the cellar. I think our character is short-sighted. They were not considering the church as a whole.
Very good point. And if she's down in this scary basement cellar thing, and there's a gurgling sound, which might mean water, which means moisture, there's probably a lot of mushrooms. Mushrooms, depending on which kind, they could be the funky mushrooms, high and low. You eat those mushrooms, you are high, but you're low because you're under the floorboards.
As you make your way through the narrow tunnel, formed by the bat. You notice the passageway slopes deeper into the earth. The space becomes so small that you have to slide slowly along on your stomach. After wiggling for what seems to be like half a mile, you know that you must be far away from the church.
This is like
Suddenly,
two goats next to each other for a long time.
it's like I've traveled the space of like 8, 10, 2 goats. Suddenly, thick shrouds of cobwebs block the tunnel ahead. There isn't a trace of the bat. You cover your eyes with one arm and push through the webs with another. When you lower your arm from your face, you find you are inches away from the most enormous spider you've ever seen. It's even bigger than a rat. The giant spider springs on you, forgetting the low ceiling, forgetting everything you except the 8 hairy legs clutching your shoulders and face. You bolt upright. Your head smashes against the earth above. Before you know what's happening, the ceiling collapses. Still locked in the spider's deadly grip, you are buried forever under tons of earth. That night, Brother Michael summons the courage to look for you, but his search yields no clues to your disappearance. Why? You know what? We should take that poem literally and stop following bats. It just says to watch.
Yikes, man. So much of this is like, so if she's under the cellar, in the cellar that's under the church, giant spider, the roof caves in on her. Wouldn't that mean the foundation of the church was crumbling? Like, wouldn't Brother Michelangelo been like, holy shit, it's falling?
but we're no longer underneath the church because she said we're like far away from the church now.
Oh, that's so, right. It was a lot of two goats.
The church just bounced up. So let's like, I want to keep exploring.
Find the gurgling. Find the gurgling.
That's what I'm saying. Let's check out the gurgling.
We need to quit following bats.
Maybe it was really the leprosy camp we should have gone to. Like, yo, what's up, my leopards?
Did you just call them a jungle cat? Did you say leopards with a D?
Yes. I think it's a fun play on words.
Okay, I support you in it. Man, I really want to know what the gurgling sound is now. Watch, it's like a hidden underground river. Once again, save the day.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, we're going to 39, page 39. The sound of water becomes more distinct as you creep steadily through the passageway. You are so intent on following the sound that you barely notice the spiders or the dusty webs anymore. At last, the light of your lantern flashes brightly on a rushing underground stream. The water smells fresh, so you taste it. You shriek with delight. For the water is sweet and very cold. Your discovery in the stream saves your village, and your friends manage to divert the flow so it runs directly under the trap door in the church. Although it makes a peculiar well, everyone is too happy to care. The end. The message here, guys.
Oh man.
Is if you go to church, the priest
is an idiot.
Is gonna save the village a long time ago.
Because he's a grown ass man scared of spiders. If he would have just gone down.
I know. Or like cleaned out the spider. You know what I'm saying? Like, no one's saying this priest had to let the spiders dwell on him. He could have got some large ass sticks. He could have smoked out the spiders. I don't know. Like,
right.
So many options. Or found someone, but like,
he could have got the magical goblet and just drowned all the spiders. Just put it down in the cellar and just friggin'. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. He's just raiding his grandma's journal. I decided I was going to put the magic goblet up high so the kids couldn't get it anymore because little Frankie drowned last week.
Oh my gosh. Or just one day he's sitting there. It's been years I've been pondering this riddle about bats and holy crap, there's bats in my steeple. Just realizes it out of nowhere.
There's bats on my all these people are like, we're off to find the sorceress. Did you want to check the church first? There's bats there. You don't have to go to Wuhan. Go and check the church first.
Have to go to Wuhan. Oh, heavens to Betsy, man.
Oh.
So, apparently the church has two ways that you're saving the village and two ways that you, well, I guess one, you die a horrible death, and the other one, you're just maimed for life, and in the medieval ages, you'd become a beggar and then die. Wow. Okay, so my question then now is, do we want to keep going tonight or leave it here, and the next time we'll go to the leper camp and follow that and see where that goes?
I mean, here's what we could do. We could always do like an outro, right? And we could keep going tonight and make part 2.
Okay,
you know,
okay.
You know what I'm saying? So,
do you think the hills had anything to do with this?
Oh yeah, because there was freaking hills we passed out on too.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, I just like how we found like the ultimate happy endings without magic, without witchcraft.
Yeah. Underground water.
You don't need no sorceress. You don't need no unicorn.
I love it about these choose your own adventure books too, that somehow the ending just works out without making any sense. Like, you found this underground river and somehow they turn it into a well, but it's buried under a church down a huge long, like, it doesn't make any sense, but they could do it. They did it.
They did it. She's just like, there's about 15 two goats north, and you'll find the
beware the spiders.
Yep, there's spiders. There's also this weird tunnel the bat made, but I didn't go down it because I heard stuff. You can check that out too if you want. I have a bad feeling like I've time traveled and met a horrible demise.
I feel like I've been here before. Back to the TARDIS. No. See, and that's why I would always struggle with these choose your own adventures, because I'd never be like satisfied with like the story. So then I'd always end up backtracking to every single option to see which one.
I think that's the replay value, as the kids would say, right?
True.
Like
Replay
in video
value.
games, it's like replay value, reread value. Listen, parents, you want your kids to read. You don't want them playing video games.
I like that. I like that, man.
Right here. Get it. Educate their brains. They'll reread these books for forever. And these books are wild. This was like dope when I was a kid.
It really was.
Yeah, I say get your kids, make them nerds. They're not going to have friends anyways. So
we're not going to have friends anyways. Except for, I mean, Marie Callender. She was everyone's special friend in the village.
Love how we just call her Marie Calendar. Man, let me hold up. Little hot dog here. Stop running away.
Sorry for all my sniffles, everyone. Hot dog, you're huge. Dude, he's like pure black.
He's got that white patch still.
Right on.
It's kind of hard to see. Yeah, he's a pretty good kitty. He gets so jealous of the other cats. Like, if I pet another cat, he just runs over.
Oh, yeah?
And he's just like, he'll yell. He'll be like, yo, bro. I gotta use the restroom. I gotta use the restroom first before we do part 2.
All right, sounds good, man.
Okay, well, let's do the outro.
Okay.
Let's get the outro. We'll have to do some editing. Okay, guys. That's it. We did it. We've explored the church.
So much of the church.
So, tune in for part 2, where we'll probably like keep doing this book because that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We got, and like, guys, there's more than just these books in Choose Your Own Adventures, but we have an entire set called the Magic Box.
And I really want to find out where the frickin' unicorn is.
I do too. So, guys, we're gonna drop a link. We'll probably drop a link in our description somewhere, just so you can go support the person. We're not sponsored by them. If you notice our follower account at this time of May 6th of 2022.
Oh gosh.
It's zero. We have no followers.
Yep. Not
we have,
even.
This is all pre-recorded. We haven't even posted this.
Shh, don't give it away. So what did we learn today? Kids, adults, and crimes against children, internet people.
Child protective service. Why is this priest letting children recline? I still can't get over that.
Yeah, I can't get over that. I think the moral of the story is...
Like, what would have happened if everyone came over and like, hey, what's going on? Oh, I'm just letting this child look for the sorceress.
They'd probably be like, okay, are those bats up there? We never put 2 and 2 together.
Let's make soup.
And we're back to Wuhan. So. Awesome. So, yeah, stay tuned for part 2 where we keep exploring. Because I think we should keep exploring until we find the unicorn. Because that's the title of the book.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
And you know what? We went on a whole storyline, I'm just realizing, that the intro didn't even mention at all. It was all like, there's a dragon, there's a this, there's a that, and they all stand in your way. We ran into a priest who was scared of spiders who could have saved his village.
It does mention the unicorn.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But
a unicorn reside in the forest.
No, I know what I'm saying, but I'm saying the path we chose, they had none of that. There was no forests, no unicorns.
Bullshit. That was garbage. I'm sorry, kids. I meant to say that's bull poop.
Yes.
Okay, but again, if your mom asks where you learned it from,
trying to be like Dad.
Trying to be like Dad.
Yeah.
Like, Mom, I'm just trying to be like Dad.
Yep.
So there you go. And if she says that's a bad word, ask her if that means Dad's bad.
Oh gosh. Oh god.
Like we're just trying to diverge the attention away from our podcast on to weird moral questions your mom probably doesn't like consider.
Yes. I've got no words for how good you are at teaching kids how to manipulate their parents.
Like, I get this image of this like woman being like, "Yep, it does mean your dad's bad. I'll whoop his ass too. You say that word again, I'm gonna smack you upside the head, boy.
And
Don't talk back to me."
As we learned earlier, ass means mule.
Ass
or donkey. So
it's in the Bible. Just tell your mom you're reading the Bible. I learned how to say ass from the Bible, Mom. But I found out if you put adjectives in front of it, I got one of those adjective books. So I just put dumb ass. Ass is the noun, the donkey.
You're like, I'm so glad you're learning your sentence structures and your words and your everything. Good job, honey. So
yeah,
I guess
Mom,
that's the true.
What's fornication mean?
What? Say that again.
Mom, what's fornication mean?
Oh. She's like, use it in a sentence. Is it a verb? Is it a noun? What is it? So I guess that's the true thing we learned today is the Bible teaches hooked on phonics. So
hooked on phonics. And explore your church steeples, explore your church basements.
Absolutely. Go the places the priest is scared to go.
Yep. Make sure the villagers aren't there first so he feels comfortable showing you around.
Yes. He doesn't want anyone thinking that he's doing a ritual with your blood and summoning demon lords.
Right. Or that you're just, I think he said he was just climbing around.
I watch too much anime.
Dude, that's okay. Anime is good. All right, guys. Take care. Again, it's your boys, Ed and Eric. Also known, this is what we're planning on going with, the Adventure Dorks.
Yeah!
We the Adventure Dorks. Choose your own adventure.
Dork.
Right there. You don't need video games when you have your imagination.
And the power to read.
And the power to read and be lied to by Deborah Lermy Goodman.
You can be lied to by an author we've
Tells
never
you that
met.
You're gonna climb down when you're actually going outside a freaking windowsill.
And all of a sudden there's a splinter that's possessed that can launch itself into your central nervous system and make you fall off a church.
Right. Father Michael, sand your steeple.
Come
you
on.
Gotta sand wood, man. Repaint it.
Stop. You can't tell Father so-and-so to sand his steeple. Do you realize what you just said? That's how Pinocchio lit himself on fire, okay? That's how
No, we can't post. Oh, God. All right. Take care, guys. I'll be back in. I'm gonna go use that restroom.
Okay, so should we stop this and then start a new one?
Yeah, that will probably be easier.
Okay.
Because then we got that timestamp.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna go poop as well. So.
Okay, stop recording.